Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss with you regarding the HR's strategic importance in business success. Actually, this is lesson number 2 of Foundation HR course. When talk about the HR's strategic importance in business success, first of all, I would like to little bit discuss with you traditional HR role and today HR role. That is totally different. You can see on the screen, when consider the traditional environment, HR focused on tasks like hiring, payroll, and compliance. So that means in traditionally HR not connect with the what is called that business objectives. HR not support to achieve the business objectives. They have they work as a separate department. They have some separate functions. It may be like hiring, payroll, and compliance. Okay, those are the HR functions. But all things now drastically change. Today we consider HR drives business success. How HR drive business success? They have to align the talent management, then they have to change the culture, and they have to work to get the employee engagement. Okay, when the talent management done in a proper way, when HR involved with the organizational culture, and when they develop the culture, supportive culture, it may be constructive supportive culture, then when the employee engage with each and every activities in the organization, what will happen? Organization can easily reach the organizational, operational and business goal. So HR has very important as well as high responsible tasks in today working environment. So traditional HR and today HR totally different. That we have to understand. When consider the what is called the transition, okay, you can see on the screen the transition from administrative functions to value drive role involve HR shifting from basic tasks like managing payroll and compliance to strategically influencing business outcome. Okay, so now you can understand previously, okay, they deal with what is called that payroll, compliance, hiring, and those kind of things. Now they have to strategically influence the business outcome. Okay, so because of that, nowadays HR department they have to they have several responsibilities. Now you can see on screen employee development, talent acquisitions, fostering culture, competitive advantage, aligning workforce initiatives with company goals, helping to drive the performance, and also they have to deal with the innovations also. So many activities they have to handle. Okay, when consider the employee development, whoever the people they acquire, hire, then they have to develop that people to match with the organizational expectation. Sometimes maybe people within the organization. When the time change, the organizational expectations also change. So because of that, time by time, based on the organizational objectives, the people working in the organization want to change. So HR has to take that changing and development activity in a proper way. Then fostering culture, that means HR has to work to create better culture inside the organization. Actually, when consider the organization, there can be several members. Okay, they are coming from several education background. several social background, several economical background. So because of that, there can be several cultures. So organizations culture has to be in the same level, same thinking pattern. People want to work in the same way. Okay, so because of that, HR team has to work with each and every person, each and every subgroup, and they have to build a proper culture within the organization. Then there can be competitive advantages because we are working in a very competitive market environment. So HR department want to take the leadership to bring the competitive advantages into the organizations also. Sometimes it is not maybe 100% operational related, it is maybe 100% people related. Then align workforce initiative with company goals. So whoever the people working in the organization, everyone want to work for the organization goal. So HR has to take the leadership. They want to deal with the top management and understand the organizational vision and mission, objectives. Then they have to cascade it down each and every objective into the down level, and HR people want to take the responsibility to spread that from top to bottom and take the results from bottom to top also. Then help in drive performance. So they have to help to people for the performance. So sometimes they have to give the training, sometimes they have to work with the people, they have to understand the difficulties, they have to find out the solution. Okay. So every activity HR has to connect. And finally, for the innovation also, HR has to contribute. So nowadays, HR role is very competitive as well as it is a strategic role. You can see in the down level, this shift position HR as a key partner in achieving business success rather than just a support function. So HR no more supporting function. HR is a strategic business partner. Now they have to work for the organizational goals. They have to work to achieve the organizational goals. Then you can see what is strategic HR. When consider the definition, now you can see clearly align HR practices with business goal to drive performance and competitive advantage. So that is the definition of strategic HR. When consider the strategic HR, there are some key elements you can see. Talent acquisition is one of the key element of strategic HR. Then whoever the talent acquisitions as well as whoever the talent inside the organization, HR has key element. They have to develop the available people or newly recruited people. Then they have to work for better culture. Then they have to work to get the employee engagement for the organizational operations, organizational activities. Then they have to align the leadership also. So these five we can consider as a key element of strategic HR. What are those five? Talent acquisition, development, culture, employee engagement, and the leadership. Now, key areas where HR impact for the business success. When consider the business success, now you can understand HR also has to play big role. So these are the areas you can see talent acquisition and retention. Okay, so HR has to work to acquire good talent and HR has to work to retain the good talents also. Finding and keeping top talents. Okay. Then employee development. So HR responsible for develop the people. Okay. If the people's level and the when consider the organizational required level, if there is a gap, who is who take who want to take that responsibility? So HR has to take the responsibility, and they have to work with that relevant candidates and their immediate what is called that reporting structure. Then they have to develop that persons to achieve the organizational goals. That means they have to minimize the gap. So training, leadership, development, and skill enhancement, another one of key area of the HR. Then workplace culture, building a positive and productive culture. So HR want to work with all the members to build the positive culture, and that culture should be productive because we are engaging with the what is called that loss, profit, and price equation. So because of that, whatever the activity we are doing, we have to do it is in a productive way. Then performance management, that is also one of the another key area, align individual goals with organizational goals. So that means organizational goals and the individual's goal, that can't be two different things. So whatever the people doing in the organization, their KPIs, their goals should be aligned with the organizational goal. So that means strategic HR department, they have to work for four key areas to success the business: talent acquisition and retention, employee development, workplace culture, performance management. Now, HR as a business partner, okay, when consider the HR as a business partner, collaboration with senior management and leadership team. So, HR team, HR members want to collaborate with senior leadership, senior management, okay, because when they collaboratively work, okay, they can understand the senior management expectation, organization, future plans. So, in the execution level, HR has to do so many things. Key responsibilities align HR initiatives with business objectives. That is also very important because if we are doing HR functions, whatever the thing in a separate way, whatever the activities in HR department doing, if those activities not support to the business objective, that is some kind of waste. Influence in strategic decision making. So HR has to influence to the strategic decision making also. Then driving organizational change. Okay, when organization drive for the change, what are the HR responsibilities? How HR involved? Now you can see change management. How HR facilitate organizational change. As example, change may be some kind of mergers, restructuring, cultural transforming. So whatever the thing, HR has to take the leadership. HR's roles in maintaining morale and productivity during the transition. So when the transition happen, people may be stuck because of the fear, because of the unknown things happening surrounding. So whatever the path. So HR has to take the leadership. HR has to develop the people morale and whatever this transition in a proactive, productive way. Okay, so HR too much responsible for the organizational change also. Then HR impacts employee engagement because already we have discussed, if you want to get the employees engagement for the organizational activities, HR has to play the key role. High engagement, increase productivity and reduce turnover. So if we want to reduce the turnover, labor turnover, and if we want to increase the productivity, definitely we want to get the high engagement. So HR has to work to get the high engagement. So which strategies organization can use for that? Recognition, then career development, work-life balance in activities. So those kind of things HR team want to do in the operation flow to get the engagement of the employee. Then data-driven insight on engagement and performance. So when consider the performance management, it should be based on the data, then biasness and whatever the favorizations we can remove from the surroundings, so we have to deal with the data. So this is the HR impacts on employee engagement. Now, when measure the what is called that KPIs, measuring HR is strategic impact. So HR departments impact we can measure through below in KPIs. Employee turnover rates, one of the KPI, then we can measure the HR performance. Then time to hire. Okay, if HR department take too much of time to hire some person, then it is also some kind of failure of the HR department. Then employee satisfaction, engagement scores we can consider. Then training effectiveness, and also based on the training, what is the return on investment? All those things we can consider as a measurement. And also absenteeisms. There's so many things we can consider. All those things we consider as the measurement of the HR department contribution. Then in the future trends, technology and automation, HR tech tools, AI, HR software. So currently also some organization using technological things in HR department to their activities. In future, most of the manual activities will be replaced from the automatic things, automation related things. So that's we have to understand. Then remote work, HR roles in managing remote and hybrid workforces. So the HR team no need to physically participate for all the activities. Some activities they can do from the in the remote access also. So when HR department work in a remote way, that is also support to reduce the organization cost also. Then finally, diversity and inclusion. Okay, growing focus on diversity and inclusion. Actually, in diversity and inclusions, it's mean fairness. Okay, without biasness, based on the facts and figures, working on the facts and figures, uh, prepare the culture for everyone in the organization to same, not any favorizations. That is actually diversity and inclusion. So those are the future trends. So I think I want to just recap what we have discussed. Actually, today we have discussed about HR's strategic important in business success. I would like to tell nowadays we are considering HR department as a strategic partner of the organization. Traditionally, HR department done hiring, payroll, compliance related matters, but nowadays HR department has to align with the organizational expectations, and they have to play the strategic role to achieve the organizational, operational, and business goals. Then nowadays, organizations, HR department responsible for employee development, talent acquisitions, fostering the culture, competitive advantage, align workflows, initiatives with company goals, helping drive performance and the innovations. Then when consider the strategic HR management, there are five types of key elements: talent acquisition, development, culture development, employee engagement, and the leadership. When consider the key areas which HR department has to work to get the proper business impact, they have to talent acquisition and retention, they have to deal with that. Then employee development, workplace culture, and the performance management. Okay, then HR as a business partner, what they have to do? Okay, as example, they have to collaborate with the senior leadership, align HR initiative with business objectives. So that means HR department going through another way, and the organization has to going through another way. That is totally wrong. HR department has to take the hand-to-hand collaboration with the organization's other department. Driving organizational cultural change, then HR department want to take huge responsibility for this activity also. Then impact on employee engagement, the HR measurements, that mean how we measure the HR department performance, then we can use this kind of KPIs. Okay, then future trend in strategic HR, that means traditional HR will be vanish in soon future. So modern HR will become, it is actually most of the time deal with the technology, and it is most of the time deal with the people to create the better equal opportunity created environment within the organization for each and every employee. So I think now you may have some rough idea about today topic. So if you are looking new job, it's maybe related to the HR. If not, if you want to get some what is called job enhancement, maybe within the HR department. But if not, you are working on the operation, but you want to know HR for this job enhancement. Okay, so no need to wait from this. Platform you can learn the foundation related things. If you want to learn more and if you want to gain certificates, you can connect with the below, sorry, you can connect with the shown number. Okay, you can put some WhatsApp message, you can call directly, then you can deal with the people in there, and you can take any clarification, any information. So actually Kenkyujo, we are expecting to develop you. So we are looking forward to your call. So thank you very much. We'll meet on third sessions also within next couple of days. Thank you very much for all.